you to come to this point where you overcome the desire to get out of here. You overcome the sense that there's something wrong with matter for being the way it is. And you accept being here, you accept matter for who it is. Of course, how can you accept matter the way it is unless you can accept yourself fully? And how can you accept yourself fully unless you overcome the birth trauma? So you see how this all ties together. You see how we didn't give these teachings about your divine plan before we had given the teachings on the birth trauma. Because when you are an avatar, everything, my beloved, revolves around the birth trauma. It is, as they say, the 300-pound gorilla in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Only, of course, your primal self is neither a gorilla, nor does it weigh 300 pounds. It is just this almost unreal self that is not nearly as difficult to resolve as you might think. It is just a matter of using the tools, using the exercise I gave to go down, go through the gardens, go into the theater, and just see it. Once you shift out of the primal self, you will be amazed at how seemingly effortless it was. But of course, we understand that you cannot force this with the outer mind. You cannot use the primal self to switch out of the primal self. And the way you look at everything on earth, the way you look at a teaching, is through the filter of the primal self. And that is why we have given you teachings that are meant to trick your outer mind. That's why we have given you exercises that can gradually take you to that point where now you can make that shift. Now it happens spontaneously. But you have to be willing to apply the tools, to go through the process. You have to be willing to open your mind to see something you haven't seen before, even to see the primal self. You have to be aware that as the conscious you can separate yourself from the primal self, and that's the only way you can look at it from the outside. That's the only way you can see it. And so, you have the tools. Again, my beloved, don't get into this reaction of saying, oh, Mother Mary said we have all the tools, but I still can't see this primal self. What am I doing wrong? This is the primal self talking. So again, keep using the tools. My beloved, if you've had your primal self for 2 million years, you don't have to blame yourself if you can't resolve it in 1 week after getting the teaching. It may take time, but it doesn't matter so much how long it takes, as long as it happens. As long as it happens in this lifetime. Then you will have broken through and you will have fulfilled the highest potential for your divine plan as an avatar. And so with this, my beloved, I want to express my gratitude and the gratitude of all of us for having come to this conference. This doesn't mean I seal the conference, I leave that to the Buddha, but I want to express the gratitude of the Mother for your willingness not only to come to the conference, but also your willingness to apply the teachings we have given in these books about the primal self and so on. Because surely, if there hadn't been a critical mass of students, both those who are here and those who are not here, who had applied these teachings, we would not have been able to bring forth what we have given here. And I trust you recognize that this is a step up, and it certainly is a step up from all other teachings you find out there about the concept of a divine plan. And it will empower many people to actually break through to that higher level and therefore begin to fulfill their highest potential. And we are grateful that we have been able to bring forth these tools. We, of course, have always been able to bring them forth, but you are beginning to realize, are you not, that we cannot just give everything we have. It must be an interactive process where only when people accept a teaching and apply it can we give the higher teaching. To those who have, more shall be given. That is the principle behind multiplying the talents. And we are grateful that you have multiplied the talents so we can multiply your efforts and bring forth more. It is a beautiful dance, is it not?